Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Hello, how y'all doing? What's going on? Welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast. Yeah. It's a Wednesday, y'all. Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, Wednesday, hump day. Let's go.
Yeah, we're getting there.
It'll be Friday before you know it.
No, it will. It definitely will. So, bam, we got just 2 days left.
I'll be asking you son of a bitches what you're doing over the weekend before you know it.
You already did.
Look at that.
Yeah. That's a question right when we wrapped up the regular show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Someone's fishing for a little gathering.
Not with you, but yeah, with Kevin for sure.
That's what I mean. Oh no,
Okay.
you don't want to come to my house. I've got a bunch of people there this weekend.
Oh no, again?
Yep.
How does this keep happening? How is the one person who doesn't want people over keep having people over?
I know.
It's a great question.
What can you
The
say?
Dolphins and the Bills are playing this weekend, so
Oh, okay. That's cool. Wow, that's a big game.
Buffalo family is coming in town.
Well, it's family. That's good. Right?
I just don't know.
How does okay? Now I'm just kind of curious. How does this work when they come in town? Is it a formal invitation is extended to the family, or is it just kind of like we're family and so hey, we just alert you that we're coming?
Well, these tickets were purchased last year for Christmas, so they were coming to watch the Bills play the Dolphins, long before Corona was a thing.
Okay, so it was kind of approved and already stamped and done pre-pandemic, and it's like, okay, yeah, come down and get your Bills tickets and enjoy the Dolphins game. But then 2020 happened, and all these things like a pandemic was thrown at us, and the playing field has changed.
Definitely.
But yet to them, they're like, okay, it's still game on.
Yeah, everybody's set different, even in my family. And they don't understand why Panda won't go to the stadium with them. They're like, wait, you're not going to go to the Bills game at the stadium? And he's like, no.
My question, because I think they're allowing, 13,000 fans?
13 fans.
Yeah, 13
So
fans.
it's a normal game?
13,000, yeah. So 13,000 fans they're allowing in the stadium. So their tickets still work? Because I assume there are people that got tickets for this game
that aren't able to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Have they checked that before they come from Buffalo?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm sure they have.
Okay. I know it seems like a stupid question, but I'm just, curious because if it is
I'm sure
and I'm just curious, how were they so lucky that their tickets are going to work? And if anybody else is going to the Dolphins Bills game this weekend, how did the tickets work? Because if they're still sticking with the 13,000, which I think they are, I haven't heard anything different on that.
You think they would let season ticket holders go first, right?
Yeah. How is it that you're allowing people from Buffalo?
They're probably not.
We don't have 13,000 season ticket holders. We don't have 13,000 Miami Dolphins fans that want to go. So we're allowing people that are flying in from Buffalo to go to this game. Well, maybe because we can't find 13,000 of our own fans to fill.
Maybe there won't be anybody on the plane with them. Maybe they'll just have a plane by themselves. There's a good chance of it. I love the one person who's been barking about Virginia law has been around more fucking people.
Somebody said, as a season ticket holder, they gave us a week to pick new seats. Okay, so that would be my question then, because I would think the Dolphins would have 13,000 season ticket holders. I would think those 13,000 would want to have their tickets, and they would get first dibs.
Yeah, I have no idea how it works.
I
just know they have 4 tickets, and they have 3 people flying in from Buffalo, and they want Panda to go with them, and they don't understand why he doesn't want to go.
She doesn't know the information about the game, but she does know that she potentially is going to be getting coronavirus.
Yeah, I'm going to get Dolphins corona.
It's great.
Or Buffalo corona.
I personally don't care what y'all do with your life. Just don't judge me when I'm doing shit in my life. That's all I care. Do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's tough as time is going on, and if you've got youngins around you, I saw South Florida teens and young adults account for more new COVID-19 infections than any other age group.
Well, yeah, you keep talking about this positivity rate, and I still fully don't completely understand why that matters so much, but everybody says it matters, so I'm dumb. I'll just listen to you guys. In Martin County, where Rocco's supposed to be going to school, but he's not. He's still doing virtual. The Martin County pediatric positivity rate is like 20%.
Well, that would mean that what you're looking at is, of all the kids in that age group that have gotten tested, 20% of them are coming back positive. So, but again, you have to test to be a number and a stat.
Right.
Now, yeah, the kids are running higher and a good bit higher in pretty much all the counties. The adults, like Palm Beach County yesterday, was 4.2%, up just a little bit from where it was the day before. But if you look at where it is for the kids, it's going to be higher. And this is the problem that they were talking about, and something that, we'll be keeping an eye on next week as this happens, is for the most part, this virus, for the most part, I know you could hit me with exceptions, and I probably know about every case. For kids, it's not, there are a few complications, but for the most part, most kids are recovering. The recovery rate is amazingly high.
You hear this shit? Kevin doesn't care about the kids. Pass it on.
Somebody will hear that.
Cancel Ralston.
So I said it like 5 times annoyingly.
Cancel the Kevin Ralston.
I'm well aware there are a few cases
Cancel
here and there.
him and cancel his kids.
Kevin doesn't care about kids. Kevin doesn't care about education. All he gives a shit about is football.
And we do need a lot of time to see what the long-term effects are on the children that have had it. But right now, we got to make decisions for today and how to live our life for now, because we can't close schools for about 3 or 4 or 5 years. That's just not going to work. So, knowing what you know now, this is the problem. Because I think the longer this goes on, you're really going to start seeing that there are going to be a lot of people that are going to wind up at some point that have gotten coronavirus.
Well, I don't know if you saw, they were talking to the football coach from LSU, and he said on the record, yeah, pretty much everybody on my team has already got it.
Oh, we already got all the coronavirus around here. I think everybody's going to be fine.
We worked it through.
Yeah, a lot of guys sweat through practice. They're okay. Everything's fine.
I'm not thinking about going to get it again. We're all good.
Yeah, that's kind of what he said.
Got a good Cajun. How do you do that Cajun? How do you do that?
Just talk.
No, there's a way you do that.
You gotta jump it down like this, yeah.
You gotta kind of go more like this.
Yeah.
Okay, is that better?
You got it.
All right.
He's got a real gruff voice. I think anytime you want to do an impression of somebody, you got to listen a lot to that voice.
He does have a very distinctive, weird, it sounds like he just ate gravel.
Yeah, I told you I played baseball with a dude that he's straight up Cajun. And for the first semester, he talked to me a lot. And I did not know one thing he said to me. I could just tell by, he was smiling. Well, I think we're cool right now.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy's name is Ed Ogeron is his name. And he's actually from Louisiana. He's been around for quite some time. But, yeah, he's got a very distinct.
On top of being Cajun, the voice is whack.
Got ya.
So it's not just the fact that he's a coon ass and he talks like that. On top of that, it's got a weird gravel/glass was just consumed.
Yeah.
Great young man from Destrehan, Louisiana. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
We have him, great parents, and we fixed a young man. We had to fix the line of scrimmage. We wanted to get bigger. I'll stop.
There you go.
I love that voice.
Yeah, he's an interesting character.
Oh, shrimp and grits, y'all.
Shrimp
And fight the corona.
Shrimp and grits, that's a big Cajun dish.
Oh, yeah.
Shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits and gumbo, that fight the corona.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's the growing issue that they're having with schools, with families, with everybody is, we're finding that really is it, is you've got to, when people are older or they got a problem, you've got the young people that want to live their lives, they're done with it. They got to go out and live. They've had enough. But then if they get around somebody old, then you got a problem. They said that there was in Maine a wedding reception that happened, and at least 7 people are dead now in connection to an outbreak that happened there. It was in August, and it violated the virus guidelines. 175 confirmed cases of the virus came from it.
Holy crap. How many people were there?
I
175 got sick.
Well, keep in mind, you don't know how many were there because it's confirmed cases, so it could have come somebody in the family gave it the,
gotcha.
pass it that way. But the health officials are saying that a staff member from a nearby rehabilitation center attended the event. The center is the site of 6 of the 7 deaths. So somebody who's an employee, like at a nursing home, goes and gets it and then takes it into the nursing home, and then it's killing who you would expect. That's the people that are dying from this. And so that is the problem that we've got, is when coronavirus meets the wrong person, it is a big problem. When coronavirus meets kids, typically not that big of a deal.
Oh, boy.
Kevin doesn't like kids. I want it to get worse with each layer. I hear what you're saying, Kevin. I'm on your side.
He's just razzing you.
One of the texts here said, as a season ticket holder for the Dolphins, they gave us a week to pick the new seats, and I've been with them for 5 years. So my turn to pick my seats was last Friday. They asked if you wanted to pass on seats for 2021 or go to games. And then once you chose, they gave us a date to pick new social guidelines COVID seats. So, I still am curious about what is going on with Dolphins season ticket holders. And it says, our priority to choose tickets based on their tenure per the Dolphins website. But then, what about people from Buffalo?
Well, there's no rule in there that says that you can't option to take the seats and then sell them to out-of-town fans.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
if the supply is low
right,
and the demand is high, you can make a lot of money.
Oh, absolutely. No, that'd work out. If you got diehard fans, and, Buffalo has more diehard fans probably than the Dolphins, probably. Then, I could see that happening.
It's kind of like the opposite of the dirt. High in supply, but not really in demand.
Are you going to come for me and Kevin? Do we both have to kick your ass?
I'm sorry.
Why don't you stack some quarters, you loser?
Loser? That's a little harsh. I'm over here just having some fucking fun. And it didn't go well for me today.
Vanessa in the chat room, she said, OMG, Kevin, you look so skinny. That COVID really got you. No, that wasn't COVID. The reason why I look so skinny.
Vanessa in the chat room, who has no avatar whatsoever. It could be Virginia's grandma typing that to you.
She's just making an observation. And yes, I am a lot more thin than I used to be. But I'm gonna try to put a little bit more of the muscle. And unfortunately for me, when I lose weight, and I intentionally, starting with the pandemic, I wanted to lose weight. Honestly, the one thing that I saw was...
You wanted to lose a little bit of fat.
I did. I wanted to lose fat. And so I'm shredding fat from the body and trying to get rid of most of my body fat. And then I'm going to start, trying to put on some lean muscle.
You don't got to explain yourself to Vanessa, who doesn't even have a real avatar.
So I am thin. I'll probably got another, 5-10 pounds to go.
Imagine someone walking up to Kevin saying that to him in person. Wow, Kevin, you look so skinny.
They do.
COVID got you.
I've seen him walk up to you and say that.
I know.
Somebody walked up to him at Beer Fest and told him he looked like he had cancer.
She said, Jason, you look so, do you have cancer? Oh my. But she was like laughing about it. And
she's probably drunk.
She had a buzz, and then she follows it up. I'm a mama bear. Meanwhile, I'm like 5 years older than this woman. I'm a mama bear just checking on your health. But seriously, are you dying of cancer or something? You look so sickly. And then she walks off like she did something great. See, I spoke my mind. I'm fucking awesome.
People love it. They feel so accomplished.
You did it. You got it. You got an emotion out of me.
Well, you became a highlight of the day. We still talk about you 2 years later.
Well, if you're going to say someone looks sickly to their face, don't expect them to not smile when you're talking to them.
It's never a good thing to tell somebody who doesn't have cancer they look like they have cancer.
Well, how the fuck does she know that I don't have cancer?
She don't.
You don't know that.
Yeah, that's a tough comment to say.
You're going to say someone looks sickly.
That could backfire real fast.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, you do not
That's
know.
what I'm talking about, how the internet culture is bleeding into real life. Motherfuckers think they can say anything at any given time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You look great, kid.
That's a dangerous one to say.
No, big time.
Yeah, I would not want to step in that one. By the way, I do have cancer.
Gotta go. Mm-hmm. Need a moment? What's that one thing? Need a moment?
Want to get away?
Want to get away. Yeah, you need a Snickers bar.
This is a fun little comment. Said, I was catching up from last week on some of the shows, and I had this long-running joke with my younger son that we always will tell each other, big, oh, no, my back, oh, my neck, as old people.
My neck, my back.
And then she heard you explaining my neck, my back, and how filthy that was, and now it's stuck in my head. I just feel weird saying that to my kid.
That thing is so filthy.
Yes.
It really is.
Now I can't say anymore.
I'm sorry.
You didn't say it with confidence last time. You trailed out. It's my neck, my back.
Because I said it wrong.
So how is it again?
It's my neck, my back, lick my pussy and my crack.
Whoa.
That's why I didn't say it with like gusto.
It's
Because
the After the Show podcast.
I know, but I still don't feel right.
Yeah, kids, we had our own WAP back in the day, see?
Well, you could absolutely argue that those lyrics are just as filthy.
And there should be a line somewhere. That's it.
For the podcast?
Just.
I thought this was no laws, baby.
I know.
Damn.
Virginia got her own laws now.
Damn.
apparently.
I like a pre-COVID drunk Virginia. Bring her back.
Another interesting comment here. Lindsay said, yes, I was listening to some of your older shows from last month. I heard Virginia say the word gypsy. Apparently, you can't say that word anymore.
You
Virginia
are
going to get you all canceled.
getting us canceled again.
Why can't I say that? Explain it to me.
She said it's an outdated word that is considered pejorative.
What?
The more you know.
Pejorative.
Pejorative.
Okay, can someone explain pejorative?
It's expressing contempt or disapproval.
Yeah, you can say pejorative terms about race.
What is it?
Pejorative.
All right, cross gypsy off the list.
Put it on the list. I got a list running of shit I can't say anymore either. There's so much shit I can't. I'm not allowed to say. I think I said cleaning lady one time. I got fucking.
What is it?
Jaybird genders really cleaning person.
What if it's a lady?
I don't fucking know. Put it on the list. Put it on the list. We're gonna get to a point where we're just not gonna be able to say anything.
That's gonna be great for radio.
Virginia, come up with our own language.
Yeah, apparently some of the people who identify themselves ethnically are offended by gypsy, and most standard dictionaries have reservations about using it to mean Roma, Romani, Romania, I assume that area.
Well, I don't mean anything ethnic by it. I mean a person that just like travels around and from town to town and has no home and maybe likes to sit in a drum circle.
Wow, between Kevin's hatred of kids and your talking of, I don't want to say the word.
I don't know. I don't even know where ethnically gypsy would come from. So sorry, I'm not clued in.
It's kind of like an Eastern European Romania type thing. I think it sounds like geographically where they would come from. And I think there's just been a lot of negative connotations. Gypsy, I got gypped. That's where that comes from.
You can't say
It's
that
like,
either. That's a no-no.
It's like I've stolen from you. And so there's just a lot of derogatory, meanings in using it that way that people are like, look, I haven't done anything to earn that title. Don't put me in that box.
I'm also starting to see a movement of you can't say the word hippie either. The hippie's got. I'm not even kidding.
Why is that
you.
one? I've heard
because,
that one.
Because it comes down
Dirty
to
hippie?
dirty hippie. You don't work. All you do is smoke dope. There's a way to call someone a hippie that's it's not cool, man.
Oh, really? Because of the negative connotations of that. That's the latest one.
I love when we call Denny's a dirty
It's my
hippie.
Dirty hippie.
It's so fun.
Because he's not a dirty hippie, but
No.
people call him a dirty hippie.
It's very fun. Oh boy, they're taking all the fun out of life. If I can't make fun of Denny's, what's next?
Well, my whole thing is when you don't mean to offend things, and you just, I mean, like I said the term maid before on the air, and I got shit for that. Maid's an outdated term. Put that on the list, Virginia. But if you don't...
Maid like in the mafia?
No, M-A-I-D.
Oh, like cleaning lady.
For whatever reason, I'm really offended.
What do you have against the janitorial arts?
Kevin hates kids. I hate cleaning people.
Yeah.
I
You
can't
just
even...
hate clean.
What?
You like stains. You're pro stains.
I'm not pro stains. I spill a lot of shit. I spill.
Jamie said, I'm part Hungarian. I have gypsy blood. No offense here. And that just depends upon where everybody's wired. And Vanessa said, I love you guys. I didn't mean to offend Kevin. You did not offend me.
No, I'm just busting.
No.
I'm totally busting your balls.
Yeah. I saw your comment. If, I just didn't want people to think that COVID did this to me. I did this to myself intentionally because people would be like, yeah, look at what COVID did to Kevin. COVID was a breeze for me. For me, I got lucky. I had no problems with it. And I can't wait to check my antibodies tests. Because somebody said, you know what's probably going to happen? I had to go through all that shit and watch. I won't have any of the antibodies. And they said you may have had, because the way the tests were picking up, you may have had a little bit of coronavirus in you, but not enough to be considered that you're coronavirus positive, really, like you really had it. And so I might have had to deal with all that mess, and I don't have any of the antibodies.
Oh, yeah.
It's possible. It is possible.
What the shit, man?
It is possible, yeah. So I'm fascinated to see if I get that, because it is very possible. I didn't get enough coronavirus. I wasn't entrenched enough with coronavirus because it was so easy for me. That means that I wasn't really necessarily infected, but I was testing positive, and that I may not have the antibodies, which means I could get it tomorrow.
COVID, round 2. If anybody's going to get it twice, it is going to be you.
It's COVID Kev.
You are going to get it twice if anybody does.
We've already talked about it. If anyone gets COVID, it's going to be you again.
Zach said Kev can't even get COVID right.
Oh,
You're right. It's really unbelievable.
Zach is a sweetheart in person,
He is,
Kevin.
yeah, I know. I love Zach. But
I love all these fuckers.
It'll be funny to see, because that will be the oddest irony. Is I had to sit out for 2 weeks because I was COVID positive and I didn't really actually have COVID.
I just don't want to be the one to get it next to where I'm concerned about.
Well, you're a pariah. It's like the modern leprosy. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have anything where I was talking to my father-in-law last night, and he was talking to some people that he plays tennis with, and he's got an older crowd, obviously, he's an older guy, and he just went and got tested and told them, and they freaked out, and they like told somebody, and they had to go to my father-in-law and be like, hey, don't let people know you got tested for. He's like, I didn't have any symptoms. I just wanted to see if I, had it.
and he tested negative, right?
Yeah. Still, people freaked out.
You're right,
And
though.
they didn't want to be around him. They're like, well, they're like, back off. He got tested.
When there was rumblings of because a lot of the public didn't know, they just knew something was up, and then little information started trickling out, and people they didn't know if I had COVID or not, and
freak out.
They were freaked out. Family members, people are just like, what the shit's going on? Who gave it to you? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have it. I don't think. Shit.
Yeah.
We all have to be transparent about it and talk about it and figure out, if we can, where we got it and who we might have given it to. That's the only way to really be a cool human. Is talk about it and be honest about it. It's not a secret. It's not a scarlet letter, and it's not anything that you should be ashamed of.
It's almost like an STD. You have to sit down. So I've got the corona herpes.
Yeah. I know. It's basically that way. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to get to a point. I think that you almost should have like a COVID vulnerability score, so that you kind of know, based on what is going on with my body right now, my age, my this, my that, my pre-existing conditions, what's my COVID vulnerability score? And then if we do frequent testing that is accurate, you should have a COVID score too. I should have had a score. It shouldn't have been yes or no, positive or negative. It should be like, okay, I have part of the COVID in me. What is my score? So how contagious am I?
Your load.
And then everybody should walk around knowing everyone should have a COVID score. It's such a terrible word.
I know, but
When you talk about Kevin's load, it makes me very uncomfortable.
So
don't look at him when I say it.
If we test enough, we should all know how much COVID do I got in me, what's your vulnerability, and then somebody's got this number should never be around this person.
Oh,
right. Those two worlds should never come in contact, because he's got bitch ass lungs and he's got a high load.
Oh, giant loader Alston.
That's it. That's the only way I think, honestly, we're going to get through it because, they're talking, what do you call it, the vaccines and all that crap.
Yeah.
That's just what you got to do. You got to get those two things and then we'll just live with it.
Well, even then, there's going to be, no vaccine, man. It's making our kids grow wings. Like, what?
Michael wants to know what's Kevin's load. Well, I'm getting older. I don't think it's as high as it used to be.
Really?
Prove it?
I feel like I still got a...
Your load still...
I feel Virginia's right. There's a line you can cross in the podcast.
There's the line.
Yeah.
To go back to the things you can't say anymore that is offensive. We've been called out for this before. When you call strippers, when you call them dancers, exotic dancers, when you say the word stripper, it's offensive now. You're not allowed to say it. It's degrading to the dancer.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing now. Now, what would you?
When I dance, I'm a stripper.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah. If I'm taking off my clothes, I'm getting all sassy. I'm a stripper, and I like it, Kevin.
To me, and honestly, it's just me. And look, I'm trying to get there. I try to be sensitive. I don't ever want to hurt anybody.
Of course.
But it's how you speak is it's pattern.
There are ones that I'm like, oh, okay, I get that. That makes sense to me. Yeah, I don't want to use that one. There are words like that I've done and I've changed. There are a lot of words that I've removed from what I say in my vernacular. So I'd hate for somebody to go back 20 years because I was using words then that I am ashamed of now that I wouldn't use because I have understanding.
Sure.
I was ignorant then. But there are others where I hear it and I'm like, okay.
So the stripper one, you're like, get over yourself.
I'm like, okay. It's one of those ones, you know what it is? It's a choice. It's something that you've chosen to do. It's the ones where people have a condition or something like that's not cool. That's not fair to me. And I think that's usually what the dividing line is. Like if you're choosing to go work in a gentleman's club, which that's a joke.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you're not a stripper, you're an exotic dancer.
If you go on Twitter, they tackle this topic a lot. Sex rights worker, or the rights for the sex workers and all that. It all kind of falls under that category. Now, make no mistake, I am not calling strippers sex workers. I'm just saying that type of industry where there's,
Stop talking. You're not helping yourself.
I don't fucking care anymore.
Bree sent an email. And she said, I've emailed before now. I truly have no idea who to turn to, so I'm conflicted. I help run an entire office for a small company. I've been with my job for almost 3 years now, and I haven't seen much as far as salary increases, but have recently gone up to making $500 a week. I got a decent relationship with the people I work for. Well, that is until they start to overstep and bring up some of my personal political beliefs that I never bring up. They do, which, as you can imagine, is hard to handle at times. Now, however, I have been offered a position with a former employee at a new company doing a similar job and to be paid double what I am now. Times are hard, and that type of income increase could seriously change my entire life. But I know I would be screwing over my current company at the busiest time of the year and possibly burning a bridge. I need some advice. Please help.
You give them notice. And that's not screwing anybody over. People are allowed to switch jobs. And yes, they'll be sad to see you go. But if you have the possibility to do kind of the same work and you're skilled at it and double your salary, I mean, most people would take that offer. You don't leave them high and dry. Give them 2 weeks notice and help train your replacement.
The witch is right. She's completely right. You don't have to stay at a job, even if you're best friends with that person or it's your dad's company. If you got a better opportunity, people should understand that.
You are in it for you in the end, just like they're in it for them. So when you have the option to double your salary by doing the same job and feeling like you don't want to be in an environment where they bring up all your political stuff, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I think this is given to you like a gift.
Yeah, I don't even know that Bree is necessarily even asking for advice, though, as I read between the lines here. You just want someone to...
Do it.
It's amazing that people need that sometimes. They just need to know that they're not crazy. And I understand that.
That's why we do a lot of features on that now, like the Am I Crazy? Because it is. I'm always... Self-doubt creeps in, and I think part of that social media, because
It is.
you could never imagine that people would have the opinions that they do. And you're like, well, maybe it makes you so crazy now. I think people, including myself, I never doubted myself or questioned myself. And I think it's good because you want to be certain.
Definitely.
But you are now like, well, I could see where somebody might have a problem with that. And maybe this isn't the right thing. And maybe I'm the crazy one and not everybody else.
Well, that's what they were talking about with that documentary. We were talking about the social dilemma. The brain isn't designed to get so much feedback about your personality and what you look like. No one can handle it. It doesn't matter who you are. If you hear 50 great things about you, yeah, you'll hear that. If you hear 50 terrible things about you, you're going to harp on all that shit.
Sure.
That's just the human 101, baby.
And the other thing, too, we don't need 10,000 voices to give us advice. We really just need maybe one or two trustworthy voices in our head to tell us how we need to do that. And all of a sudden, social media has flipped that around, where it changed the game.
Yep. If this was online right now, I'd have an emoji with that pointing up and go, this right here,
This.
boom, and pointing up to Kevin's comment, this.
Just point just to the comment.
This guy has big loads.
This guy's loads, 100%.
One hundo.
One hundo with this guy's loads.
That's your viral load number. One hundo.
One hundo, boy, that's a serious load.
Yeah, the healthy one.
Got a little chip to put on your radar here, Jay Bird. It is Lay's Kettle Cooked New York Style Pizza flavored from Grimaldi's. Has done this. That's also the first time today.
Grimaldi's made a potato chip, or they're just carrying it?
Their name is on the bag, so I would say that they're part of it. It's from Buckley. It sent that. I'll put the photo up there on KVJ TV so you can see it. But yeah, see the bottom there says Grimaldi's.
Is that a sticker from Grimaldi's they put on the bag, or is Grimaldi's working with Lay's?
It looks
Grimaldi's working with Lay's.
They're a chain though.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. So there you go.
I would try that.
I tried the chip. Yeah.
Got some Star Wars emails. One is coming in here from Allie. They went to Hollywood Studios Orlando, Magic Kingdom Hollywood Studios this past weekend. It was great. And we had to make reservations way in advance. Park is open, I believe, to 25% capacity. They're really taking great strides in keeping areas clean. Sanitizer stations everywhere. Everybody falling to 6 to 8 feet. Social distancing, it wasn't an issue. Employees weren't playing. They checked anyone not wearing a mask properly and made them put it on the right way. This is where we had Star Wars land. My 12-year-old daughter, Sade, was sporting her Baby Yoda apparel. Take a trip. It's worth getting out, walking around for the day. It's just as safe as going to the grocery store as long as you do your part to stay safe. So that's really cool. And I would imagine very soon they'll probably be up in the capacity with the encouraging numbers that we have had lately.
That
in Florida.
is so fun. I'd love to go up there and do that with y'all. Get a couple drinks. No?
Yeah, after Corona, let's do it.
I'd go today, big guy.
Oh, let's do it.
I'm there.
Yeah, we can leave the Sith behind. That's fine.
I'd be bitching the whole time at Star Wars World anyway.
No, you wouldn't. If you were drinking, I know how you are. All you got to do is throw a couple bottles of wine down your hole, and you are good to go.
Which hole?
Oh, you know it. Don't make this. Don't go too far.
If I got antibodies, I'm gonna walk around with such BDE. I mean, I'm
Big antibody energy.
yeah. I'm just like, yeah.
Careful,
yeah.
you are the guy that's going to get it twice.
Yeah, because there'll be a report that if you get antibodies, that means Dick and you.
Well, you might have the antibodies for one type of corona, but then they're going to find out there's 15 different types of corona.
Yeah, I'm protected against the weak ass corona.
Yeah, bitch ass corona you can't catch twice.
Your BALs cannot take the serious corona.
The real serious coronas. Yeah, that's the one I'm not immune to.
The one that kills you is the one you'll catch
Right, yes.
for round two.
Yeah, I got just the annoying one that just gives you a positive test.
Yeah, it just makes you and your coworkers sit out of work for 2 weeks.
I got a fun little email here. Big Star Wars fan Red sent this in just to let you know. He said, ain't nothing wrong with Jaybird and his collecting of the toys. She's got kind of her own little thing. I'm a 30-something female with my own growing collection.
Okay. Are you single?
Boy, did I know you were going to say that.
Bam, look at that. She's got her cosplay, costume,
got a costume
Mandalorian right
and
there.
a dog.
Yeah, I know. It's everything just like the bird, huh? Got a special hobby room
Wow.
where I work on my cos. She works on her cosplay. She plays Dungeons and Dragons with friends. She's got it all going on here.
I appreciate
she's
you-
married, Virginia.
Married.
I
Yeah,
appreciate you
had to put it
standing
in
up
there.
for me.
Yeah, and yes, Virginia, I'm married, so I had to throw that in.
Damn it.
She knew you were going to ask.
Yeah.
We don't want to hear about how happy married you are.
Why don't you just take a day off and try to be my pimp?
The bird needs to get it
No,
hard.
the bird is fine. The bird gets it. He does want it hard, but we're good. I don't need your help. Sit down. Step off. The worst wingman in the game. Virginia Sinicki, everybody.
I love being involved.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah, you should get some old school stuff in there. Is that an original do-back?
I don't know. Do back.
Yeah. Well, it's a question for another time.
Sounds like a
Do-bag.
sex move.
It sounds like something. It sounds like a title in porn.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Touch me on my do-back.
You want me to do your front? No, do back.
We got the fluffer and the do back over there.
There are some...
I think I'd really be the fluffer and the do back.
The fluffer, yes. Fluffer is kind of just get it going and then you're out.
Yeah, I just started off the do back.
You know what the fluffer is, right, Virginia?
I do. That's the person that like gets the penis hard.
Yeah. You can be your own fluffer.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I don't think you can be your own do-back.
If we got to flip for it,
I think you need your own. You need a
Do-back,
partner.
yeah. Do back. That's a 2-person job,
It is.
and you don't have the fun end of it.
Get that do back out of here. Go clean them up.
Oh, do-back is so sticky.
Do backs are very replaceable too.
They break easy.
Yeah, they do. They don't have a lot of career longevity.
Call the cleaning lady. Our do back is filthy.
Yeah, they don't want to do that. Let me see here. Got another email too, and just a reminder too, Jess. Thank you very much. She had picked Little Smiles as my birthday charity, and the donations are coming. Love you all. My birthday's the 26th. That's Jess from Allentown.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you.
Gosh, our Allentown numbers are through the fucking roof.
Same person. So there you go. So some good stuff. All right. Well, thank you all for everything.
Man, it's over.
It's over, big dog.
We were just cooking.
Yeah.
You'll be back here tomorrow, do back.
Yeah. Don't
You're
worry
due
about
back
that.
tomorrow.
You're due back tomorrow. Y'all be good later.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.